Oh, here we go. Man. Thank you, Rich.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Oh my god, this is so good. I wrote in Rich instead of Fiora, writing down the picks here because I'm just so excited about watching this matchup. Camille versus Fiora is one of the better ones. It's all mind games. It's all skill matchup. And Canna has been performing extraordinarily well, but this matchup can go either way, right? You wait for the hook shot. That's when you use your riposte. Otherwise, it's all about dancing around, trying to get the most damage in.
And eventually you have Sejuani in your team, so the team fight can be a lot easier.
Yep. Definitely works really well as a 4-1 comp out of Dynamics as well. I really love this.
Yeah.
Similar to be said on the side of T1, but we'll see who's going to be able to do it better.
Yeah, but my only worry is that still the team comp is around Caitlyn, and deokdam's Caitlyn performance is one of the worst Caitlyn in the game 1. And also the last time when they had Caitlyn team comp, it was not like he was carrying the game alone, you know, even though the team comp was around him. So I think, again, this is the time to deokdam to prove himself into Teddy, one of the great AD carry in LCK right now. So yeah, please.
And also he's going to have to swat some bugs as well because Cuzz on the Kha'Zix is going to be gunning for him as often as possible. Although I think in the early game, he might get fed trying to kill a Lux over and over again. There are a lot of squishy members, especially towards the bottom side. And if the Kha'Zix can skirt around the Sejuani and not get into a brawl with a Fiora, it'll be a very rough time. But let's see whether T1 can ride the 2-0 and spend some time in 3rd place for the first time this season, even if it is probably going to be just for an hour or two.
Yeah, but
or Genji reclaim it.
It's all about momentum, you know?
Exactly.
Especially on Kha'Zix. It's not about macro. It's just all about snowball early game, just get some kills.
And also, the thing that I find really scary, right, is that Clozer gets a bubble, Dynamics runs away, the bubble goes off, Cuzz kills them.
Yeah.
Because if you find someone isolated, it's exactly what Kha'Zix loves. And it's really cool. It's really cool. I mean, I just really like Kha'Zix as a champion. I always have.
But I think it's similar with Graves that you have pressure that you have to do something.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah.
I mean, you just cannot just farming out for 20 minutes and hope for the win. You know.
Although Kha'Zix won the 92-minute game for GuGer against.
That's true.
He did. He did do that. He killed
if
Faker when Faker was in the shop.
If you evolve the W, then you can be really useful in the team fight as well. So
that's true.
Interesting match on the top side as well.
This is really fun.
Yeah. Old matchup.
Yeah.
Camille versus Fiora.
Reminds me of when Khan was back in the LCK.
I mean, I think it's really mechanical matchup, even though you can maybe think that easily just block the Camille's E with Fiora's ability. Still, like, you can have some mind game.
Oh yeah, it's all about, like, if the hookshot goes off first, generally the Camille's going to lose the matchup, but like...
Yeah, I mean, look.
Yeah, the thing that happens, right, is that it doesn't really matter, right? You don't use those abilities and you just try and poke each other down. Rich trying to dash around and Canna just trying to sweep him up, but you can see going for as many weak spots as possible and Rich just eating through his potion. Does at least have the... oh my goodness, that's some poke. Level 2 gained first here by Rich, and he utilizes it very nicely. And I feel like Rich is positioned really well. I mean, when you play HOTS, it's all about lane trading. You know, it's not about killing minions and things like that. And this matchup is all about lane trading.
Yeah, and focus on core only.
Right, yeah, got to focus on the core.
Not about team fight.
Try and get as many coins around the map as well, guys. Yeah. It's been a while since I played that game.
Yeah.
Don't quite remember many of the mechanics, and I don't even know whether they're relevant anymore. As there's a dredge line towards the bottom lane. deokdam going to be taken down to half health. He's just having a rough day today.
Why?
Is this Caitlyn? He's going to get ignited. Teddy looking for even more autos. As deokdam now doesn't have to use the flash, but does have heal on cooldown. And that trade's certainly going to be won out by T1. Cuzz moving up towards the top side. Rich down relatively low. Spotted, as you can see, but is it going to be enough? Rich will have one dash, does get it past, but still has to flash as Canna flashes forward, but doesn't manage to get the stun. It doesn't matter. as he's just going to dab on top of the Fiora, and at 3.5 minutes, First Blood going towards T1 in the matchup that it really needed to.
Again, from lane, a lot of things are happening again. Top lane because of the gank, and bot lane because of the players.
Yeah.
I mean, deokdam, I think he's just too tunneled on his trap, you know? Whenever he's like, whenever enemy team is CC'd, he's only looking for the trap and like just standing still to deal a damage on Caitlyn. But yeah, I mean,
that's it's not exactly what you want out of the Kate, but hopefully it's been a bit of a wake-up call and he can perform better in this game.
I hope so, because the team comp is again around Caitlyn, you know?
Oh yeah, it's even more around Caitlyn this game because they have a
for
counter
sure
in the mid lane.
Otherwise, they have no damage.
Right.
I mean, is Fiora gonna have such a great team fight? No. I mean, even though you have
She
Sejuani,
should be in a side lane.
Yeah.
The whole game.
Even though you are having a Sejuani in the same team, still, Fiora is not made for team fight.
있는 것 같다.
Let's have a look at this one.
Hook
Hook
once
shot
again.
2 seconds. Has W on.
나이스.
Haha, nice.
Was pretty nice.
Yeah. Clean.
Yep, Rich is going to continue pushing in. Does have a slight CS advantage as it stands right now, but really too much of a big deal is, yeah.
Same matchup.
Certainly does remind me of Khan, and you can see exactly why, and that was the same matchup like you were talking about. It was a win, and it was for T1 back in the day. As GuGer, he's going to get slowed down. Teleport comes in as Clozer has himself a Proto Belt, and yeah, it's a really deadlocks. Teleport comes forward from Dynamics though, and Kuzan going to try and lock down the Zoe, picks up a flash, runs away with it, and Clozer is going to survive. And that teleport's going to make Kuzan feel a little bit silly, not even able to get lane control. And the wave in a pretty good spot for Clozer as well as we have a look at the mid lane.
Again, Caitlyn Lux is losing lane.
Yeah, against a Nautilus Ashe.
Yeah.
I mean,
And you
Ashe
picked-
fine, but Nautilus shouldn't be winning.
I mean, you picked Lux into Nautilus, you know?
Yeah.
They saw everything. I mean, this is really interesting, you know? Like, it shouldn't happen, but it is happening. Maybe because of the jungler again, like Sejuani, not impacting the laning off in the early game. But also, that was such a great TP play by Clozer right there.
Yep, decent trap there by deokdam. We know that he knows how to trap. He's been trying to do it all series. But Clozer even like picking up a million flashes, gets himself the heck out of there. Really beautiful to see. Flashes on top of the other flash in order to pick it up and then flash away into the alcove. And you can tell he's a good player. He has a redemption.
It's not a coin flip. Oh, and Tarzan. Back in the day.
Wow.
He's streaming on Twitch.
Actually a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you spoken to him about when he's going to join a team? Because
oh yeah,
you know, we're in need. I mean, his jungling.
Yeah, he was DMing me like because of the photo that I made, like jumping photo in LCK, you know.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I asked him like, what are you doing? And he said, I'm streaming and I'm looking for 2021 words, you know.
all right.
So everything is going great. And
well, in goes Beyond. He's only level 5, so Canna's going to be absolutely fine. Bit of egg on Dynamic's face, but no summoner spells going to be invested or anything like that. Canna doesn't have his flash. I mean, I feel like this is going to be a gank opportunity as Rich not going to be able to back from there.
He's already having fun time.
Oh my god,
oh,
they just land everything. GuGer going to grab the shield, but one more order, and that's going to be the flash forward from Teddy to once again 2v2 kill on the bottom side of the map. Ashe Nautilus versus Caitlyn Lux. What the hell?
I mean, yeah, that's why you do not pick Lux into Nautilus, you know? If you make one mistake, then the game is over. You're not gonna exist in the game the rest of the time. And, yeah. They could have, like, easy draft or easy champion to, like, pull out the better performance, but, yeah.
No, not this time.
Not this time, man.
Also, no cleanse on deokdam either.
Yeah, that's really interesting as well. And also, I mentioned about his build last time when they had Caitlyn competition. Like, he was not building QSS at all. So, he died so many times in team fight, you know?
Now he needs a QSS even more.
I mean, you know what? Defensive item is not actually a defensive item, you know? It is a tool
Yeah, it's
for
an offensive item
yeah.
because it allows you to position more aggressively
Exactly.
and have that to lean on. Absolutely right. It's
And
something that we needed to talk to Hybrid about a lot.
Yeah.
And now deokdam as well.
I agree. You can soak so much, like,
Yeah, soak the
CC potential, you know?
Yeah. But into an Ashe, I think it's actually just really rude
Yeah.
to not take cleanse into Ashe.
That is true.
It's disrespectful.
Oh.
That's just an ulti. And Cuzz is going to turn up. That's a great riposte out of Rich, but I don't think it's going to really do anything as he's trying to lock down all of the weak points. Not going to be able to, though, as we've just got a hook shot out and back in. And Canna, he's now 2-0-0. And this game is looking more and more over.
Yeah, I think Fiora is donezo as
Yeah,
well.
Man.
Fiora shouldn't die in all the
behind.
game. Like,
No. I mean, this matchup, like, it should be Fiora favored.
yeah, I mean, the matchup is fine, but still, it's really hard to get a solo kill in the lane, so you should just farm it up.
Yeah.
And it's really fine to just farm it up for Fiora because her late game potential is so great. We know how fast he can push into the side lane.
원거리 한 마리 더 용렙.
Let's have a look at this
Maybe
one more
I'll
time.
be level
끌어가야
6, 1 minion,
이렇게.
Oh,
solo kill.
God, F
I mean, he was already calling solo kill. It was all calculated, by the way, because like he was calling that 1 minion, I will be level 6, so let's go.
Yep.
And when he got level 6, he was literally calling solo kill.
And Effort was like, well, I'll deliver it to you, don't you worry.
And yeah, Fiora is done, as I mentioned.
And that's 2 ganks, right? And that's sort of what they had to invest. I don't think this is necessarily like, oh, Rich is terrible, doesn't understand the matchup. But, I mean, he has to play like this. But the
I mean, he
punishment
shouldn't
from T1
play-
is just too high.
Yeah, he shouldn't play that aggressive in the lane, you know?
True.
It's enough that he is having lane prior. That's enough, you know? But you shouldn't look for like aggressive trades whenever, when Kha'Zix can, whenever he wants, you know, on the top lane, because you have Sejuani in your jungle.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Kha'Zix now 6,500 gold in the lead.
And
His
also,
Krug camp is available, is now Canna, is going to get the repulse out of Rich.
this matchup is already done. Like,
Yeah, Clozer going to find a bit of damage there onto Kuzan as well, and he's got himself a blue buff, so he's going to be pretty comfy. Cuzz now with Rift Herald. See where they do plonk it down. They might just throw it into the mid lane here. Dynamics were able to grab themselves the Mountain Drake. Second one will be an Infernal, as we've got either Cloud or Ocean. And I feel like Cloud and Ocean makes a lot of sense here in Korea. It's monsoon season. It is extraordinarily rainy and very, very hot.
yeah.
So
Today, I maybe...
you couldn't get to work, right?
Yeah,
Because it
that
was
is-
just, everything was underwater. It's crazy. The Han River is just,
Yeah.
it's exploded.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, man. Han River, by the way, guys, is a huge river that runs through the middle of Seoul. And it's burst the banks. As Rich, does avoid the hookshot nicely.
Side trade is happening, and
Oh,
T1 is
no.
one who has the Rift Herald, so I think Dynamics, they really need to make some play on the bot side, otherwise the game will be over.
Well, Beyond is just going to run away, but they're going to spot some control vision. And yeah, I mean, Rich is trying to hold on as the riposte does eventually come out, but Clozer's just going to come in, throw some sparkles at the Fiora, and yeah, Sad B will come out from Rich. He's just getting bullied up towards the top side. 5-0 the kill score. Only a Mountain Drake saving Dynamics from a perfect game. And,
There is no counterplay by Dynamics. They are not even able to get a single plate on
Yeah.
both sides as well.
Yeah.
So basically, I mean, they got first Drake, but it means nothing.
Yeah.
The snowball is real, and I think it's even worse than game 1.
And it's also so important, right? It's so important for Canna to get ahead in this matchup. Otherwise, the Camille can get bullied by the Fiora.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a snowball on either side, and it's so volatile between these two. But also, Cuzz needs extra money. Because he is relevant based on the amount of damage that he can do to the squishy targets of Dynamics. So it's just good news everywhere, as now Cuzz is going to find Kuzan. He flashes immediately, but the leap comes forward. Clozer not going to be able to find the kill, and Cuzz very, very squishy. And now, a depth charge, going to get a brilliant double knock up there. Effort just playing fantastically. for the last few weeks, to be honest, and deokdam is super dead. Gonna flash, but he probably shouldn't have, as GuGer's going to fall down as well. Teddy tries to grab the kill, Canna flashes away. Beyond is ignored, and the arrow gonna come through and deny Rich any sort of entry. Couldn't actually press his riposte button in time, as their hook shot gets Canna out of the way, and T1 will look like the Harlem Globetrotters here in this game.
They're so clean!
Oh, man.
That was just so clean. That was just a textbook. The way how you snowball for the bot lane.
They still haven't died.
TP and just ran out.
So good. The arrow, perfect. The volley, perfect. The hook shot, amazing. As we're going to have a look at this one once again. I kind of didn't want to see it again. Look at the sad B.
Yeah.
Sad B.
Clean dive on the top side and into the bot lane. That was clean engage, as you mentioned. And also, that was really sad flash by deokdam. He was ignited.
Yeah, it's...
And he just flashed out for no reason.
Yeah, that's a big no reason right there.
And also, the escape was real. Everything was just perfect.
And I mean, if Rich had to press riposte, like, he's still not going to be able to catch up, right? It's like, there's no good decision to make there as effort. Even there to try and get an extra slow.
Pro plays.
It's so sick. Really, really well done by T1. Blade of the Ruin King now done for Teddy. Infernal Drake is live. It belongs to T1, by the way. Cuzz is going to be doing a lot of damage to it. It's dead extraordinarily quickly. He's got a serrated Dirk. He's looking for his Umbral Glaive. And I feel like Kha'Zix, now that Umbral Glaive exists, feels like an even better choice, right? Because you get so much extra control with that pickup, and it just synergizes so well with his kit. So I like the... I think the last time I saw him played was Trick in the LEC. Doing some good things on the Kha'Zix. That was a Orianna comp, but he works in a comp like this as well.
Yeah. And
arrow. That's going to find the Lux. Now Effort looking for a dredge line. He'll find it, and even waited as long as possible so everyone could close in position. But GuGer, he's got the Aftershock, so he keeps himself alive with that one. But T1 are denying a lot from Dynamics, and I just don't think that there's going to be too much that they will be able to do to stop this avalanche that is descending upon them. Kuzan now going to be found in the river, and you do not want to face check a Camille, especially one that is this fed. Hextech Ultimatum comes down, and this could just be another kill fed over to this Camille. Rich is going to move on down, so I think, oh no, because Cuzz is coming in, they're going to look for Beyond, but Canna may have bitten off more than he could chew. I take it all back. He's just so good. Camille will be taken out, but the Fiora is going to fall. Also, tower falls on the bottom side as Teddy. I mean, there's just not enough resources to take down every member of T1. So one kill for Dynamics so far this game. I don't know how many more they're going to be able to get.
yeah, the other side should get something, you know, so that's why Dynamics was just moving towards top side. But Canna, he read everything. Like, he was just looking at the map and he realized that Karma is gonna come on the top side for Canna. So that was such a smart move and great decision by T1.
Well, Rift Herald is just going to be shoved down in the river. So Shirley gets to spend some time in her natural habitat before she crams her face into this outer turret mid lane. T1 doesn't look like they're going to actually be able to get this turret, but it's only got a whisker of health left, so they should be able to push another minion wave in and take it down. Caitlyn not going to be here. She has an Infinity Edge, but I just don't know whether it's very relevant at this point in time. Let's have a look at this one more time.
Yeah, I mean, he was just so smart at the game. The basic rotation was just coming out from the Dynamics, so Canna was just knowing everything, what's going on around the map, you know? So that's why he was looking for Karma. Maybe the second hookshot was a little bit aggressive.
Yep.
But anyways, they got everything. They got bot turret, they got great topside situation at the same time. So everything is just so simple and clean from T1. Like, they're snowballing, it's just way too clean.
Yeah, they're following such a precise game plan as well. I mean, you talk about clean, often we talk about that in relation to just good mechanics, right, in an isolated fight. As the cleanliness is all about when they pick their fights, and you can see Effort in a fantastic position. The riposte is going to not really work as the tactical sweep comes in, and Canna will pick up yet another kill onto this Fiora. 5, 1, and 3. 8 out of 10, 80% kill participation there, if my math is correct. I believe it is this time.
The only way Dynamics can win this game is just stall out this game until 40 minutes and hope for the Caitlyn. Like, Caitlyn gets like 5 items or something with this competition. Maybe they can win the game, but I don't think T1 is gonna let them have free farm for another 20 minutes. So, yeah, I mean, they know it as well, so they're just snowballing so fast enough, controlling whole map. Just look at the control wall positioning. Like,
and also
the Raptors and Wolves.
And Cuzz thinks that Dynamics just don't have enough of an ability to get into their jungle and actually place wards down, so he went Duskblade as his first item to maximize his damage. Just, you know, the synergy with that item. And Kha'Zix very, very strong, always has been, but I would like to have seen an Umbral Glaive if I just think it's just so valuable on to junglers in general, because their job is to remove vision. As seen this one before, that Rich is now going to be going for a fight that he just cannot win. Teddy moves on down as well, and Rich, I mean, he has the riposte, but it does absolutely nothing beyond his super dead. Also, it's a double kill for Teddy. Cloud Drake in 20 seconds, pretty good time for T1 to win a fight, but I have a feeling that Dynamics are just running it down.
Yeah, definitely. They were inting, because if you are behind, you shouldn't make a solo or duo play. You should make a play as a team. Like, even though it's like single target, you should just go as 5 because you are behind.
Goodbye.
Yeah, it's going to Valorant.
It's just going to circle around
Runeterra
forever. Yeah.
Maybe.
If you're in a game of Valorant at the moment, just have a look at the sky.
Yeah, maybe
there might be an arrow flying overhead.
From Teddy.
Yep. Maybe if you're playing Legends of Runeterra as well.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it's going to fly over your card game. Don't know. It's gone somewhere into the ether. TFT, perhaps. You observe an arrow that doesn't seem to be from the Ashe that's on your board. It may have been Teddy's arrow that he just threw towards you. Speaking of Teddy, he's going to clear out this mid lane. 3-0-3 on the Ashe. Been playing very, very well. Effort as well. I mean,
everyone.
I just continue getting so impressed by him as we're going to have a look at Jonah Strong having some fun here. As Rich does avoid the hookshot nicely.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't matter.
That is true. And also the ultimate from Effort forcing out from the Rich. And Rich King is surely dead.
Yeah, swept up. And here is the gank on the bottom side. A very sad Rich.
Yeah, I mean, they're making play as a duo, you know? As I mentioned, if you are this behind, they should make a 5-man play, not a duo play. I mean, look at the gold difference.
I know, it's insane. 8,000 gold at 21 minutes.
At least look for man advantage or something.
Yeah, right.
Like,
group up and actually use the Ardent Sensor that's on Kuzan.
Maybe.
I mean, that's a way of actually having some value. As Canna. Well, I mean, I've seen this one before.
Yeah.
As he is going to face check at Sejuani. Actually, no. She moved away.
He's just so smart, you know? Like, he knows that he's on danger. And
GuGer, he has to flash because he was trying to check the Baron Pit with his ultimate. He checks the pit, but not having flash means that he's a free kill. If Cuzz decides that the Lux wants to die, then the Lux will die. As
great vision control.
Yeah, exactly. There is absolutely nothing. As, there we go, the surprise insect from the jungle. Kuzan's super dead. He's just going to watch it as he falls down. And now the rest of T1 coming over. The double knock up there from Effort, who is, of course, in perfect position to lock that one down. Arrow lands onto Beyond, as does the bubble. But T1 have already backed away. They're going to grab themselves a Baron, most likely. And this game's over. It has been for a while, but it's super over now.
Super duper over, that's for sure. And I think maybe it can be the mental problem after game 1, you know? Because I don't feel like they were like these wars, the T1 at game 1. They showed up decent performance.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like that was actually much closer. You're exactly right.
They're just falling out with their silly mistakes. It's not about their team plays, you know? Just making so many silly mistakes in lane and also just going into the wrong position again.
Yep.
Obviously, we saw the vision control from T1, you know? Obviously, you are not able to, I mean, you're not allowed to enter that jungler. So you should go through mid as 5-man, you know? But that was not happening. The basic rotation is missing from Dynamic's side. And yeah, the hope. The victory is
3,600 gold in the lead.
Oh man.
Canna is more than a Trinity Force ahead of Rich. And
it's not Rich anymore.
Yeah, no, he is super poor. And yeah, we're not looking very dynamic either. It's just not really working out as far as the names are concerned. But they are certainly beyond it.
Yeah,
so at least he has the correct name.
That's really sad.
Yeah. But this game is beyond over.
But anyways, they have like game deciding 5 minutes. If they can defend this Nashor power play, then actually they can stall out enough time for Caitlyn. So yeah, in 5 minutes the game will end, or Dynamics is gonna have a chance for the late game.
I think that's a bit optimistic personally. I don't know whether they have much of a chance at all.
That's true.
We'll see what they can do. That's a great dredge line to come out here from Effort, who's going to go very, very tanky with his stone plate. Teddy has so much DPS. The arrow is going to get a goal right in between. As the bubble connected. Oh, GuGer very close to falling. You can see Clozer is so incredibly fast. Canna taking down the inhibitor turret in the mid lane. And you mentioned that it's either over or there's a chance.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's leaning closer to over, as we'll have a teleport back from Clozer. He's going to keep that siege minion alive as well as Rich. Yeah, he's trying to base. He needs to be here for a potential fight. But I don't know how much of a difference it's going to make. Another dredge line lands from Effort. Just give this guy the POG. He's so damn good. Although I think that Canna's going to steal it away yet again. We're getting ahead of ourselves, though, as Dynamics have one last chance to win a team fight. Beyond at full health. Doesn't have ulti though. Not a lot of options as Cuzz. He's been challenged. He's going invisible trying to run away. And he's just going to time it out, I believe. Canna is just going to sweep up Rich. And there's the Hex Deck ultimatum, a very dead. Fiora is now everyone on Dynamics has to go towards their fountain. We got some last minute kills, but there goes the Nexus 18-1. An absolute